Welcome back to the Glory Hunter. It's Champions League final time. Again, we have tried twice to win the trophy in that bottom right corner. And twice we failed. However, both times we were at Borussia Dortmund. We are now, of course, at Manchester City, having just won in the last episode, sealed the FA Cup and the Premier League. We are done with England, the same as we are done with Germany. We do need to go back to Italy to try and win that Coppa Italia at some point. But after this Champions League final, tomorrow's video will be the vote as to where we go next. It will be in Spain or France. However, it will be a longer term project. We will not be managing one of the big worldies. It will be a smaller club and a longer term project. Other than perhaps Paris Saint-Germain, they might be on the list because they need such a big rebuild. But for now, let's concentrate on the here and now. Try and win that Champions League trophy. We lost to Real Madrid with Borussia Dortmund in Season 3 in the Champions League final. We lost to Atletico Madrid with Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League final in Season 4. And who do we have in Season 5 in the Champions League final? Real bloody Madrid again. However, this is probably the best it's certainly the best we've done in the first season at a club, and arguably we have the best performing team that we've had in any of the three clubs we've managed at so far. Juventus Season 2 were very good. Dortmund Season 2 were very good. But this City side, I probably have to compare league tables actually between all three of our title winning seasons. But I feel like this City side are the best performing side that I've played with. And that's in no small part to a certain Norwegian. He will be leading the line, will be at full strength, of course, for this game against Real Madrid. Without cheating and skipping to the end, we will have a full season roundup at the end of the video as well, so you know exactly what the situation is moving into the new year at a new club. Without cheating and skipping to the end, let me know your score predictions in the comment section down below. I didn't give my own score prediction in the FA Cup final yesterday, and it worked out well for me. I did give a score prediction in the two Champions League finals we did over the past couple of seasons, and it didn't work out well for me. So I'm going to bite my tongue, and I'm not going to give a prediction for this Champions League final. It is at the Parc des Princes. So we are going to Paris for the Champions League final on the 29th of May, 2027. As Monaco have won the Europa Conference League with Antonio Rudiger at centre-back. And in the Europa League, it's Borussia Mönchengladbach that win that competition. Well, let's go and win the other one, shall we? That's what we're playing for! The Champions League trophy. We've tried 3 times, we've failed twice. This is our 3rd attempt. Thibaut Courtois continually in goal for Real Madrid. On the right side of their defence, it's Mazraoui. Wan-Bissaka on the left. They've 8 right backs and no left backs. Bastoni at 90 rated with Konsa. Brahim, Valverde and Tchouaméni make a very capable central midfield trio. And then it's Diaby on the right. Vinny, of course, on the left. And Lautaro Martinez through the middle at striker in their 4-3-3. We're as strong as you could potentially ask us to be. It's game underway in France, which might be our next destination nationality-wise in this save. Alternatively, you might vote for me to go to Spain. Wait and see what jobs become available at the time. Didn't realise Erling was offside when I played that pass. In the 4th minute, we will stay at 0-0 for now. Ezri Konsa in a Real Madrid shirt at centre-back. You definitely didn't think you'd ever see that, did you? Moussa Diaby is going to be really pacey and really difficult to play against at the back. And I'm really concerned about their front line, to be honest. They were by far the better side in the Champions League final that we played 2 years ago, Real Madrid. Man, I threw it to, just ignored it. And Atletico Madrid last season just wiped the floor with me as well. We've not even been that competitive, I don't think, in any Champions League final we've played so far. We did, however, win the Europa League final, so we do have some European winning experience to our career so far. But getting the ball past Thibaut Courtois and Jan Oblak has been practically impossible in the 2 Champions League finals we've played so far in this save. And now I've got to do it against Thibaut again. Ruben Dias isn't going to be the man to play that from there. Pedri will get this out wide to Bellini, who will float it, and Foden's nowhere near that. Haaland wins the header though, and Pedri sees the run of Zaniolo, who looked to halt his run. Aslo played him in over the top, but the ball wouldn't have reached him anyway. It's well defended by Real Madrid. It's end-to-end stuff already, and we're only 15 minutes in. And here come Los Blancos. Vinny looking for Mazraoui, the right back, pushing a long way forward, finding Lautaro, finds Vinny, finds Lautaro, and Ederson makes the save. They are undefendable at times, Real Madrid here. Vinicius with the corner. Joao Cancelo puts his body on the line to ensure that he gets rid of that. Vinny with a double ball roll that sees me off. Valverde with the acrobatic. Bremer can't do anything there. Ederson's going to come through. And thankfully, Lautaro was offside, but Ederson got his hands to the ball nonetheless. It's a little bit panic stations at the back, to be honest, when Real Madrid get in positions like that, because they're so quick to play passes and so good in possession as well, that I'm really not sure what they're going to do or when they're going to do it. Bellini will get that to Foden. Pedri, the former Barcelona man, is available in the middle. Oh, slightly slow with the 1-2 there, but here's Camavinga, the former Real Madrid man. Zaniolo available out wide. I don't know what pass was meant for. Joao Cancelo to Pedri, to Zaniolo. Oh, I was going to go Foden, then Erling, but it didn't quite work. Nearly half an hour in. It's still really tense here in the Parc des Princes, and it's still 0-0. Brahim Diaz finds Lautaro, and here's Vinicius Jr. They keep that in play. He's kicked it straight against Pedro Porro. Twice he has it blocked. The second one was blocked by an arm of Pedro Porro. And just need to be wary of that press of Real Madrid. And if we can play around it, we could be in a good position. I probably should have played a through ball to Erling Haaland there in the process of that breakaway. Zaniolo, I probably should have crossed that then as well. Yep, too close to the keeper. 10 minutes to go in this first half. I don't feel like I've taken a breath yet. It's been all action, but no goals. Still. Porro struggling for stamina at the minute. And here's Vinicius. Don't want to commit too early. Lautaro passes, 1-2s. There's the third off the woodwork. Closest either side have come so far. Bremer in the way. It falls back to Vinny. Brahim Diaz. Tchouaméni from distance and saved by Ederson. That could have been it for Real Madrid. This could be it for us. Wan-Bissaka against Bellini is not going to be a foot race that the Englishman's going to win. And Bellini looking for Erling. Finds only Thibaut. Still 0-0 despite everything that's happened in this first half so far. And Pedri finds Zaniolo. Ow! I gave it away poorly, but we got lucky. We got really lucky. And Camavinga! Courtois with an outstretched arm to deny us an opening goal. This is really tense now. Bremer could have been up. He wasn't. Pedri could be up. He is. That's going to be half-time at 0-0 here. But Jesus Christ, the heart is pounding. Stats at half-time. Relatively even-ish. They've had more chances than me, but we've had more of the ball and have been pinging it about better. But it's still very, very close. Only 81% pass accuracy for them and 84% for me. So we've both been comparatively quite wasteful given the quality we have in either side. Not put in a single tackle so far, though, and that's because when they ping the ball about, you can't get near them. It's practically impossible to put in a tackle on a Real Madrid man when they pass it the way that they do. We've just gotten lucky that that 81% pass accuracy has meant that they've made passing errors rather than me winning it back off them. And I'm going to need to start winning it back off them if we're to get ourselves a victory in this game. But you can see there, it's practically impossible to win the bloody ball back off them. Oh, this is so tense. Foden's not going to win that foot race. Haaland can have a bit of room here. Zaniolo. Go on the overlap. Here comes Joao Cancelo. Drops the shoulder. Erling in the middle. Haaland! Post! Now we've both done it. Both sides hit the woodwork in this game so far. Foden's going to get away from the man. Closing him down there, Tchouaméni. Porro's in the box now. Will stand that up, looking for Erling, who can't quite get there. Camavinga does, looking for Zaniolo. That's hacked away as well. City pressure at the beginning of the second half. Decent City pressure too. Porro, Haaland, looking for Zaniolo. Mazraoui puts a good foot in. Their tackles work. I can't keep it away from them. It's That's poor again in the pass from Real Madrid. Has been their downfall so far, but Jesus Christ, look at the way they get back in numbers and just nullify any errors you might potentially look to exploit offensively. Pedri looking for Erling. Bellini is here. Touch on his left. Go out wide again. No, it was meant... Oh, I was meant to go to Pedro Porro because I knew Porro was onside. Ah, it's annoying. Tried to force it to Bellini, who was off. Just over the hour mark now. It has the feel, not necessarily of a one-goal game, but a one-team scoring game. You think whoever scores the first goal may well go on to score one or two more. Bellini's in. Haaland. It's Phil Foden to give Manchester City the lead in the Champions League final. The treble dream lives for the boys in red and black this evening. Phil Foden has tried and tried and tried again in real life to win the Champions League with Manchester City. Could this be the year? Erling with the assist this time around. Mr. Manchester City gives them the lead. Lautaro, heavy touch. I can't quite get there. Valverde looking for Brahim Diaz. Cancelo brings it down. They're pressing again, Real. They've changed their game plan. They've changed their style of play. Oh, Camavinga! I tried to lift it. Courtois came off his line, and the effort didn't even make it above Courtois' nipples, let alone over his head. Mazraoui into Brahim Diaz. That could have been the game there and then. Tchouaméni. Konsa. Here's Moussa Diaby, now drifted central. Oh, Lautaro. We've got the finishing quality of World Cup Lautaro Martinez rather than domestic competition Lautaro Martinez so far in this game. That was the best opportunity they've had in this second half to get their first goal in this game. That pass doesn't find Phil Foden. And here they come again. Lautaro. Oh, he's in now. Ederson! He may have made big mistakes this season, but what a stop that is! Now they're taking Diaby off. I will make a couple of changes. Zaniolo's going to come off, and we're going to bring Calderon on just for that pace out wide and that good dribbling. And I'm actually, I'll do that in the centre, and we'll move Foden out onto the left-hand side. And do I bring Najevic on for Pedri? I think I might. The former Barcelona man has been relatively quiet in this fixture so far. We're going to go for the Luka Modric regen against Real Madrid as Vinicius Junior goes down in the box and the referee says no. That was heart in mouth, wasn't it? Pedro Porro into Calderon. Erling Haaland, just hold on to it. Get it out wide. Porro, Camavinga's going down the line. Another former Real Madrid man. Calderon. Oh, Konsa intercepts, but there's the whistle! Yes! It's taken 5 years, but we have won the Champions League. It's the treble for Manchester City. They've never done it in real life. They've done it in the virtual world. Phil Foden gives Manchester City a single goal to nil scoreline. As I record this, it's Jose Mourinho's 60th birthday. And that was a Jose Mourinho-esque scoreline and performance from Manchester City against one of Jose's former teams, of course. I can't recall who's captain. I think it's Ruben Dias. Phil Foden with a wonderful goal that was brilliantly crafted. And for the first time in this save, that trophy's going to be lit up in the trophy room. Ruben Dias is going to be the man to lift the trophy for the first time, I believe, in his career as well. Ho! Treble! That is what the Glory Hunter's all about. It's taken us 5 years to achieve such a mark. And next, we're going to go on much more of a journey with our next team. All we have left is everything in France and everything in Spain and the Euros that could well come at the end of Season 6. I'm going to drop back now to the main menus and we'll show you a full season roundup from this 5th year so you know who's won what, have an idea of where we might potentially look to head next season. And that vote video will be tomorrow. Do drop this video a like though if you haven't already. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't to this point as well. And of course, I forget, we do still need to win the Coppa Italia in Italy as well. So there are 6 trophies still to win. But we've now won 8, I believe. Get in! Dun, 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 dun. 2, 4, 6, 8 trophies won. With 2, 4, 6 to go. Get in. England, tick. Germany, tick. Europe, tick. Still need to do the Coppa Italia. France and Spain, you're next. But how did things end in this season? And what potential options will we have? We'll find out tomorrow. But in the season finale, let's see how everything went down in this season, in this save, and how this Manchester City squad performed. Oh, voice. Potentially, there might be the opportunity to bring someone across from City to our next club. But if we're thinking more of a project, it might be one of the lower rated players that we bring across. Or perhaps we'll have to earn the right to call across one of the higher rated players. We shall wait and see. Let's go and find out how things went down this year. So then, how did things go in all competitions for us this year? We have done some international football, of course, with England. Our Euro 2028 qualifying campaign hangs in the balance. We will certainly need to beat the Czech Republic in that final game on the 7th of September to ensure that we get qualification for Euro 2028. In the Premier League, we were victorious by 4 points in the end. Manchester United couldn't win both of their remaining games, and we win the league at a canter. Spurs 3rd and Chelsea 4th. Arsenal in the Europa League next year. Liverpool only 6th. Relegated from the Premier League will be Bournemouth, Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest. In the FA Cup this year, we won that yesterday with a 4-1 win over Watford. And in the Carabao Cup, we lost that. Also by a scoreline of 4-1 to the team in the away dressing room. Chelsea on that occasion. City will be in the European Super Cup next year, but we will not be playing with them, and probably not playing against them either. Stade Rennais won by 3-0 against Atleti in that competition. We obviously just won the Champions League today. The Europa League was won by Borussia Mönchengladbach by 3-2, so we certainly won't be involved in the European Super Cup, next year, because we're not going to go to Borussia Mönchengladbach. We don't need to go back to Germany. Monaco won the Europa Conference League, so there'll be UEFA Cup, Europa League next season, but presumably they finished in the top few positions in France. So we'll find out actually via the other leagues tab where they will be playing next year. They might even be Champions League. With regards player stats, let's have a look at the Premier League. It was Nunez. Darwin Nunez wins the Golden Boot in the Premier League with 25 in 38. Had Haaland played all 38, however, he probably would have won the Golden Boot because he got 24 in 33. Hugo Duro for Fulham is second there. The first of the surprising ones. Val Weghorst with 14 for Burnley. Vasquez with 14 for Nottingham Forest as well. And Mo Salah, an ageing, slow, but still technically gifted Mo Salah with 13 as well. We had Phil Foden up there with 18, which is fantastic with regards to the assist makers. Foden was so creative this season. Fantastic player. Very much hope to potentially use him at a later club, perhaps. In the FA Cup, actually, we didn't check the Golden Glove. The Golden Glove goes to Unai Simon of Manchester United. We only got 8 clean sheets with Ederson, which not great. Not clean sheets on goals. Top goal scorer in the FA Cup was Wilson of Sutton United. Congratulations. Haaland Golden Boot in the Carabao Cup. And in the Champions League, Haaland with 9. No, Haaland with 11 in 9. Other leagues then around Europe. We'll check England first because we always like to see who's coming up and who's going down, etc. So in the Championship, Norwich and Sheffield United automatically promoted. Watford, our FA Cup final opponents, will be in the playoff final or playoffs, should I say, against Brentford, Middlesbrough and Hull. We'll wait and see who goes up from that lot. Ipswich, MK Dons and Rotherham are back down to League One. In League One, Preston and Reading are promoted. Birmingham City, Wigan, Mansfield and Oxford in the playoffs. Cambridge finished 12th in the end, which is a great season for Cambridge in League One. Best league finish for Cambridge United in about 30 years, I think that. 21st is Wimbledon, Exeter, Burton Albion and Walsall also get relegated. Walsall with 29 points from 46 games. Burton and Exeter on 53. I don't think Walsall will cut out for that level, do you? In League 2, Leyton Orient, Fleetwood and Northampton automatically promoted. Colchester, Morecambe, Bristol Rovers and Accrington will be in the playoffs, and were there the National League on the game, despite being top goal scorer in the FA Cup for his team, Sutton United will be relegated to the National League alongside Harrogate Town. Now, France is a country we may well end up going to. PSG somehow, with their poor squad, the team that were 4th and 6th last time we checked Liga, do end up winning the title. Monaco and Marseille will be Champions League next year. Lyon 4th, Stade Rennais 5th. Relegated and not available for us to take on as part of a project I wouldn't have thought. Troyes, Ajaccio, Metz and Clermont Foot. Coming up from Ligue 2, Saint-Etienne and Paris FC, as well as Auxerre and Guingamp. Maybe they will be someone we take over. We will wait and see. There is going to be quite the journey, I think, for our next club. Dortmund win the league. We've left them. They've won the Bundesliga in back-to-back seasons. Leipzig 2nd and Bayern Munich only 3rd. Freiburg 4th. And because Mönchengladbach won the Europa League, they're in the Champions League as well. So 5 Champions League spots in Germany next season. Or 4 German clubs next season. We don't really care about who got relegated in Germany because we're not going back to Germany. Hertha Berlin and Werder Bremen getting automatically promoted back up. In Serie A, AC Milan finish top of the table ahead of intercity rivals Inter. Could have made some sort of pun there, didn't. Juventus finishing 3rd, our former team, of course. Now then, in Spain, that's where we'll be headed next, potentially. There is France as well, of course. I don't want to jinx that. Sporting win in Portugal. Benfica 2nd and Porto 3rd. In the SPL, it's Celtic from Rangers by 3 points. So in La Liga, Barcelona won the league. Atleti finished 2nd. Betis 3rd and Real Madrid 4th. Sevilla 5th and Bilbao 6th. Relegated and not able to be... Well, I doubt we'll take over any of these sides. Valladolid, Almeria and Las Palmas. Coming up from the Segunda Liga, Levante and Eibar, and one of Tenerife, Girona, Malaga or Elche. We might well have a proper journey on our hands with the next club we manage in this save. I really expect us to do that, and I'm really intrigued to see what jobs become available and where you end up sending me. With regards to board objectives, we didn't do either of the youth ones, but that's not what this series is all about. Brand exposure-wise, I just wasn't keeping clean sheets at all, was I? Just needed a streak of 5 away clean sheets this season, and I only managed a streak of 2. Financially, we didn't quite get the profit margin we were after, but we very nearly did. And of course, with regards actual silverware success, we did the bloody treble, so we're very happy with that. With regards our individual player performance, top goal scorer, was it ever really going to be in question? 43 in 50 for Erling Haaland, as well as 24 assists. Phil Foden wasn't bad though, was he? 50 goal contributions in 56 games, a wonderful season from a wonderful player, a Champions League goal winner. Bellini with 21 as well in all comps and 14 assists, continues to flourish in the save up one at 92. Zaniolo came in, was very good, 19 goal contributions in 27 games. Much better than we would have gotten from Ousmane Dembele, that's for sure. Fatawu did well as well, 19 goal contributions from him, although some of those, of course, coming for Burnley. Calderon, our David Silva regen, 20 goal contributions in 33 games. And Pedri with 24 in 39. It kind of trickles out from there. With regards to development, however, Ederson didn't grow. Trafford did slightly. Cancelo stays where he is. Truffert similarly. Esbrand goes up 2. Bremer and Ruben Dias were both staying where they were. Callum Doyle grew a little bit, and Mbete did too. Lomond, Pedro Porro, Issa Kabore all staying where they are. Pedro Porro, of course, we brought in this save in the summer. A couple of loanees growing and not growing. And then Tommy Doyle didn't grow. Kevin De Bruyne has gone down 4 this season, but what a servant. I believe he is going to retire at the end of next season, so there may well be soon a Kevin De Bruyne regen available, and that would be very intriguing. I don't think I've ever gotten to the point in the save where I've looked at or found a Kevin De Bruyne regen. So we'll wait and see what happens on that front. Our Luka Modric regen, Stipe Nejevic, 86 rated, up 1 this year. Pedri didn't grow at all actually, but doesn't need to really. Camavinga similarly. Calderon up 1 and 1 only, which is frustrating for David Silva regen, but still is of decent quality. Jan Kuto's up 2 to 80 actually, that's a decent improvement. Morgan Rogers up 2 as well. Cole Palmer up 2. Keiki up 2. Bellini didn't need to get much further than the 1 to 92 to have a massive impact. Zaniolo didn't grow. Fatawu similarly, and same with Erling Haaland and young Slobodan Tedic. So, at present, we find ourselves with these jobs available. However, these will not be on the vote. Spurs, Inter and Juventus. Now, the way I go about, and I'll reiterate this at the beginning of the next episode, the way I'll go about getting bids from smaller clubs is that you take a job at another club, at a big club, or even, to be fair, I could do it here at Manchester City. Get yourself purposefully sacked, and then it will offer you smaller clubs as an option to go to next if you're at a big club like this. If you're already at a big club, it only offers you other big clubs, which is annoying because you want a proper managerial market like there is on FM. And if I wanted to apply for a job in League 2, then I should be able to do so, but you can't on FIFA, whereas in FM you absolutely can. And we will be doing a Glory Hunter save on Football Manager on FM24 later in the year, towards the end of the year of 2023. But for now, that's all for this episode of this Glory Hunter. Tomorrow, you guys will have the opportunity to vote on where we go next. I'm very much looking forward to that and to see where you send me. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on what's to come in the Glory Hunter save. And I'll see you next time.